Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Gonzalez Marquez, and today I'm here to talk to you about the importance of protein intake in patients within kidney chronic disease. We all know protein is a very essential micronutrient or element we all need in order to have sufficient energy to go through our days and perform certain activities. It is also very important for muscle, bone, and even skin. Without it, our body cannot repair itself. From if it's damaged, it cannot repair itself. So it's very important. And the problem here is that patients are not taking enough protein, and which is not good because they need protein. Just like we need protein, they also need protein, except that patients are limited to it, but they should be receiving a certain percentage depending on their blood pressure and other factors. So I am very familiar with the disease. My father has had it for a journey now. He got sick when he was 19, so that's when he started having renal failure, and he's now 39. He's been on dialysis for a very long time, and he is still doing what he can at keeping the best records of food he can. He tries to eat very moderately depending on his diet, since they have a strict diet. So yeah, I am not just here to give you facts. I am also here to let you know that I know what it's like to have a strict diet and live with all those factors you have to be careful with. So I am here now to give this speech out, and as I was saying, the problem here is that patients are not taking enough protein. So they are also limited to phosphorus intake. Phosphorus is not good if they have high levels of it. If patients have high levels of phosphorus, they are in big trouble. They sh- if they have phosphorus within themselves for such a long time, it can damage their body, because phosphorus can lead to health or bone disease or heart disease, which is not good. So the problem is that when patients are consuming a certain strict diet of protein, they are not consuming enough protein, and they are consuming too much phosphate, which is bad. And if they try to consume a moderate amount of phosphate, they are consuming very low protein, which is also not very beneficial. So there is a problem here. There is not a balance in between them, and it would be very hard for them to try to come to an endpoint and meet both requirements of both elements. So, according to a recent study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, researchers found that high phosphorus levels could be dangerous, and they risk they risk so much of having a strict diet. That's not the solution. If you limit a phosphorus diet on someone, then you're also taking away other beneficial elements, just like I just said, protein. So the trial was done with, they ended up with 30,075 patients. They on hemodialysis, which were patients for kidney failure at different stages, and they were tested throughout 6 months they their urine tests were tested quarterly, and they could see how much intake of everything they were having through their. They also had records of diets and how much they were excreting. So they had the trial was basically based on like how if they were obtaining too much phosphate, that's what they wanted to test. I'm sorry. If they were obtaining too much phosphate, how much protein were they obtaining? Like how could how could they change the results? Well, the results concluded that having patients on strict phosphate diets was not the solution because it would interfere with other important um, dietary elements they also need. So my solution would be phosphate binders. Why not use phosphate binders? These binders do not allow the body from absorbing all the phosphorus. So why not have a high protein intake diet and also have phosphate binders? And that way it could be regulated because not if not so much phosphate is being absorbed by the body, then the levels should maintain. I believe this is a better solution than exposing a patient through a risky diet that will later probably even lead to a faster mortality rate. And if patients already have a strict diet, why not make it a bit easier for them? Why not make use of these binders to help and maintain a balanced intake of both protein and phosphate? Have you guys thought of that? I believe binders should be prescribed from most doctors, or you should at least ask about them or how they would influence your diet, or how would they affect it. Well, I am thankful for your time and thank you for watching.